Colorado can be a pretty great place to live. WalletHub recently named it one of the most fun states for family life, and U.S. News & World Report ranked its economy the third best in the nation. All of this and more has resulted in the state seeing an increase in its population, with more people moving here in recent years. However, this doesn't mean that every part of Colorado is great. In fact, some Colorado cities are filled with crime, have high poverty, and more. So today on Across the Globe, we're going to be looking at the 10 worst cities in Colorado. Number 1. Pueblo. On the surface, Pueblo might appear nice. Located about 40 minutes away from Colorado Springs, this community of a little over 112,000 people is primarily known for being a steel-producing city. It's also known for its thriving art scene, plenty of outdoor activities, and relatively low cost of living. But when you dig a little deeper, things suddenly don't seem as great. For starters, Pueblo is considered one of the most dangerous cities in Colorado. It has a crime rate of 70 per 1,000 people, making it more dangerous than 98% of other areas in the state. In addition, its property crime rate is 1 in 14, and it's known to have one of the highest violent crime rates in Colorado. In addition to its high crime rate, Pueblo has also suffered due to its high poverty rate. Its current poverty rate is not only above the national average, but is one of the highest in all of Colorado, coming in at 16.2%. For reference, the national poverty rate is about 11.6%. Furthermore, the median household income here is a little over $53,000 compared to the national median household income of about $69,000. As if all that weren't bad enough, Pueblo is also known for having poor public schools, with only costly private schools being ranked above average. Number 2. Federal Heights. Located in the Denver area, Federal Heights is known as being one of the worst places to raise a family in the entire state of Colorado. At least, that's according to a recent report from WalletHub, which ranked 61 different cities according to 4 key factors: family life and fun, which includes metrics like playgrounds per capita and quality of the weather; education, health, and safety, which includes school quality, pediatricians per capita, and violent crime rate per capita; affordability, which includes housing affordability and overall affordability; and socioeconomics, which takes into account metrics like the share of families living in poverty and the city's wealth gap. When all was said and done, Federal Heights ranked last out of all of the cities. On a scale of 0 to 100, with lower numbers being better, Federal Heights had individual scores of 46 for family life and fun, 61 for education, health, and safety, 53 for affordability, and 60 for socioeconomics. When we take a deeper look at affordability and socioeconomics, it becomes clear that Federal Heights is especially struggling in this category. For instance, the poverty rate here is 20.1%, far higher than the national rate of 11.6%, and the median household income is only about $51,000. Number 3. Commerce City. A suburb of Denver, this city of about 64,000 is another one of the worst cities in the state of Colorado, with crime being one of the main reasons for this. In fact, Commerce City has an overall crime grade of an F, with a crime occurring every single minute. The result is that 99% of areas across the country are safer than Commerce City, meaning that Commerce City is one of the most dangerous places in America. Then there are the public schools, which are ranked in the bottom 50% of Colorado public schools. Only 15% of students here meet proficiency requirements for math, and only 30% meet requirements for reading. What may be even harder to believe is that despite high crime and poor public schools, home prices here are higher than the national average. For instance, The median home sale was $540,000 as of May 2023, compared to the median home sale across the country, which is about $418,000. Meanwhile, the median home value here is $513,000, far above the national home value of about $346,000. Number 4. Alamosa. Located in San Luis Valley, Alamosa is one of the smallest places on our list, with a population of just under 10,000 people. But population aside, Alamosa is considered one of the worst cities in Colorado, according to several different lists. Much of that has to do with its weather. Temperatures in the city can get brutally cold in the winter, and this is often made even worse by the wind chill. In 2013, Alamosa even measured as the coldest place in the entire U.S., with wind chills putting temperatures at about negative 34 degrees Fahrenheit. There's not much relief in the summer, though, as it typically gets hot and dry. Temperatures year-round range from 3 degrees on average in the winter to 82 in the summer, with temperatures often reaching above 90. But even if you can get around the weather, there are other things that make this place pretty undesirable. For instance, the city has a high crime rate and has suffered from high poverty and unemployment rates, with a current poverty rate of about 18.3%. Number 5. Aurora. Aurora is located just east of Denver. With a population of 389,000, it's the third largest city in the state. It also has some of the most unpredictable and severe weather in all of Colorado. And given Colorado's hailstorms and heavy snow, that's saying something. But it's not just the weather that makes this city an undesirable place to live. Aurora is considered one of the most dangerous cities in Colorado. In 2020, for instance, there were 2,890 property offenses and 728 violent offenses per 100,000 people. Additionally, Aurora's public schools have consistently struggled and have been ranked some of the worst quality schools in the state. In 2016, the school district was even in danger of losing its accreditation due to its poor performance. And while things have improved some, it may not be enough to make it worth living here. Number 6. Grand Junction. This city of just under 67,000 people is located in the western part of Colorado. There's lots to like about it, including plenty of opportunities for outdoor activities, good job opportunities, and an affordable cost of living. I know what you're thinking. If Grand Junction is so great, then why is it on this list? Well, the main reason is this city's high crime rate. In fact, the rate is so high that it's considered one of the most dangerous cities in all of Colorado. Specifically, it has a crime rate of 49 out of 1,000, meaning that a crime happens every 3 hours and 13 minutes. Furthermore, the average person has a 1 in 177 chance of being a victim of violent crime and a 1 in 23 chance of encountering a property crime. Number 7. Greeley. Located approximately 50 miles northeast of Denver, Greeley was originally founded as an agriculture city. Over the years, it's stayed the course and is currently one of the top agricultural producing counties in the entire country. However, Greeley is also one of the poorest cities in the whole state, with a poverty rate of 17.4% according to Yahoo News. Unfortunately, this high poverty rate isn't a new occurrence for Greeley. In fact, it struggled with poverty for much of its history. Back in 2009, for example, it had one of the highest poverty rates in the state at 21.7%, or over 1 in every 5 people living in poverty. What's worse, about 26.9% of the city's children were living in poverty in 2009, a trend that has unfortunately continued today. Number 8. Clifton. Clifton has been ranked one of the worst places to live in Colorado because of how poorly it fares for families. In fact, Clifton has the highest percentage of families living in poverty out of any other city in the state. with about 13.8% of families living in poverty. But it doesn't stop there. The quality of Clifton's public schools is also pretty poor. The elementary school, for instance, only saw 12% of its students meeting math proficiency requirements and only 17% meeting reading proficiency requirements. Additionally, a full 82% of students in the elementary school are considered economically disadvantaged, which studies have shown can adversely affect learning. As if all that weren't bad enough, the city has also seen a pretty high unemployment rate, and 17.6% of individuals live in poverty, in addition to the 13.8% of families. Number 9. Trinidad. With a population of about 8,300, Trinidad is almost more of a large town than a city. However, it popped up on so many lists of worst places to live in Colorado that we thought it was important to include it here. For starters, Trinidad has the highest poverty rate we've looked at so far at 22.4%. That means that more than 1 in 5 people here live in poverty, a rate about double the national rate. The city also has other typical markers of struggles, including a historically high unemployment rate and a high crime rate. Lastly, the home value here is low. While that might seem good for home buyers, it's not good for homeowners and is definitely not a good thing for the health of the local economy. In fact, the low home values indicate a declining housing market and potential trouble for current homeowners who are looking to sell in the future. Number 10. Welby. This suburb of Denver is considered one of the worst places for families in the entire state. In particular, when compared to other cities in Colorado, Welby has one of the lowest median family incomes when adjusted for the cost of living, and the least affordable housing. It also has the highest divorce rate out of any other city in the state. When WalletHub compared Denver cities that were best and worst for raising families, Welby came in at number 60 on their list out of 61 cities. More specifically, it ranked 55 for education, health, and safety, 61 for affordability, and 59 for socioeconomics. I will note, though, that it ranked fairly good at 21 when it comes to family life and fun. However, that clearly wasn't enough to outweigh the other subpar rankings. But it's not just WalletHub's research that shows that Welby is a bad place to raise a family. Niche corroborated WalletHub's findings, giving the city a grade of C for its public schools, C+ for housing, and C+ for family life. What about the top 10 states that will pay you to live there? Watch this video to learn about that.